Hello, welcome to the 2011 through 2012 NFL regular season schedule, Week 11 picks, Part 2 of 2. We're going to start off between Jacksonville at Cleveland at 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS. When all else fails, go with the team that's got the best player. In this case, it's probably Jones-Drew. Add in a superior defense as well. Even without Mathis, and Jacksonville seems to have the edge. Assuming they control the clock and limit their mistakes, there's no reason that the Jaguars' road streak should not go to 2 straight. Jaguars 17, Browns 14. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Oakland at Minnesota. The Raiders are the better of these two teams and have played well on the road. And a repeat of their most recent effort could surely get the job done against the Minnesota outfit that has its own share of liabilities. They've also been wildly erratic, however, as the back-to-back home losses to the Chiefs and the Broncos will attest, and Peterson could pose a major problem for a defense that's been suspect against the run. The Vikings won't be as overmatched as they were on Monday Night Football and should be eager to atone for a brutal performance. And it's unlikely Bush will have quite the impact he did in the San Diego game this time around. In a matchup in which neither participant inspires a great deal of confidence, Minnesota's potent running game and Oakland's tendency to throw in a clunker may give the home team an ever so slight edge. Vikings 31, Raiders 27. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's Carolina at Detroit. This is a game the Lions can win and should win. If they lose this game, they will have to beat at least one better team to get into the playoffs. Even without Javid Best again, Detroit should be able to beat Carolina. The Panthers are a team on the rise, but they are not good. They have 2 wins, both came at home. And the teams they beat were Jacksonville and Washington. Of course, Stafford will have to play much better for the Lions to win. The Panthers are bad against the run. They actually ranked 32nd in the league, but Maurice Morris has not shown himself to be a viable starting running back. If they can just run enough to keep the Panthers honest, that would be great. If Stafford can play well or at least not throw 4 interceptions, then Detroit's offense should be fine. Being inside will cease any wind issues, if the wind was even a real factor last week against Chicago. Also, the Panthers are 29th against the pass in the league, so the Lions better be able to throw the ball. On defense, the Lions will be up against first overall pick Cam Newton. Newton is a dynamic player, and he's been quite impressive for a rookie. He has run for 7 touchdowns after all, and however he has thrown 10 interceptions to 11 touchdowns, and he has been sacked 22 times. Carolina's running backs have been mediocre too. If the Lions can contain Newton, Carolina's offense should struggle. Stopping Steve Smith from making big plays will be their biggest concern, and this is a team that has defended the pass well. Last week's bad performance had a bit of a fluke to it. I don't expect the Lions to lose fumbles on their first 2 drives, for example, and the Panthers won't have Devin Hester. I expect Detroit to bounce back, and they should win it this game. With their struggles last week and without Best, I don't think they'll blow them out like the Denver Broncos. However, the Lions should get their 7th win this week. If they don't, a collapse could be on the horizon. Lions 27, Panthers 17. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's Tampa Bay at Green Bay. Green Bay is working on a short week as they defeated the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers have lost 3 straight, most recently to the Texans last week. The Packers' Aaron Rodgers is playing like the NFL MVP, which gives them a huge advantage over Tampa Bay at the quarterback position. Both teams have struggled to run the ball consistently, but the Packers have been better. Defensively, the Buccaneers have looked lost, while the Packers' defense hasn't been great statistically, but are coming up with turnovers. The Packers are at home and have the superior talent. Packers 38, Buccaneers 17. At 12 o'clock Central Time on Fox, it's Dallas at Washington. Both teams are headed in opposite directions, and this is the time of the year where Romo shines. With the NFL playoff picture beginning to clear up, Dallas has emerged as a contender with 3 wins over the past 4 games. It will add to that total come Sunday with a hard-fought victory behind another impressive showing by Murray and the Cowboys' offensive line. The NFC East lead could be at stake for Dallas, while Washington is battling to stay out of the division basement. The Cowboys needed 6 field goals from Bailey in the first meeting, and the last 3 matchups in the series have been decided in the final moments. Dallas won't have to worry about biting its nails this time around, however. Cowboys 20, Redskins 13. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Cincinnati at Baltimore. Cincinnati quarterback Andy Dalton endured his true AFC North baptism against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 10. Dalton lost, but held his own against a tough defense. Now Dalton will get his road test against the divisional big boy when the Bengals, who are 6-3, face the Baltimore Ravens, who are also 6-3, in a divisional showdown. Owners can expect a defensive struggle. In the last 4 meetings, Baltimore has averaged 14 points, while Cincinnati has averaged 11 points. The statistics don't lie, neither will this. Ravens 15, Bengals 12. At 12 o'clock Central Time on CBS, it's Buffalo at Miami. The Dolphins have clearly been the sharpest of these two teams over the past 2 weeks, though their positive results should be taken with a grain of salt. The Chiefs and the Redskins have been 2 of the league's worst offenses this season, and a balanced Buffalo unit will likely be a sterner test for the Miami defense than what it's just had to face. The Bills also have not lost to an opponent under .500 this year, having gone 3-0 in such matchups. And the turnover issues have been plagued them, and their last 2 losses may be solved by the Dolphins' alarming inability to create any. While the way these AFC East squads have been trending is an obvious plus for Miami, Buffalo has put together a better overall body of work and has shown it can be resilient. Bills 24, Dolphins 21. At 3:05 Central Time on Fox, it's Arizona at San Francisco. The Cardinals won't rush quarterback Kevin Kolb, who has a turf toe, back to the field, with backup John Skelton winning consecutive games and impressing Coach Wisenhunt with his ability to shake off mistakes. Arizona's tackles struggle in protection, so running back Beanie Wells' ability to be productive against the league's top-ranked run defense is very critical. San Francisco's offense would appear to be no-nonsense, use the power ground game to set up play action. But the 49ers are mixing up their run formations and staying away from tendencies. The Cardinals are 24th against the run and struggle with gap control up front, so it's going to be a long day for their run defense. 49ers 40, Cardinals 20. At 3:05 Central Time on Fox, it's Seattle at St. Louis. The season hasn't gone according to plan for both the Seahawks and the Rams, so it is simply pride that will be on the line for these 2 rivals. However, both teams have been able to find the win column as of late and will try to keep the momentum going this Sunday. The 2 clubs figure to put the ball in the hands of their running backs a lot in this game, but the injuries to Seattle's offensive line could tilt the advantage into the favor of the Rams. So, with that being said, Rams 16, Seahawks 13. At 3:15 Central Time on CBS, it's Tennessee at Atlanta. Nothing erases an unsuccessful call like a win at home, which surely is the goal of Smith and Atlanta this week. The Falcons match up well against Tennessee in terms of both offensive and defensive strength. Unless Johnson reinvents himself and is able to control the game himself, expect Atlanta to handle the job for him. Falcons 21, Titans 12. At 3:15 Central Time on CBS, it's San Diego at Chicago. Peppers was moved along the line against the Lions and created mismatches across the board. Defensive lineman Israel Adonijah, Henry Melton, and Anthony Adams also benefited from the different looks, and it paid in dividends with a big win. San Diego's offensive line has absorbed some of the blame for the team's struggles and will feel the heat even more when protection for Rivers breaks down on Sunday. Never mind the recent play of color, since it will be the defense again that takes charge in Chicago's 5th consecutive victory. The playoffs are a couple of months away, but now is the time for the Bears to start booking reservations. Bears 30, Chargers 24. At 7:20 Central Time on NBC, it's Sunday Night Football between the Eagles at the New York Giants. If the Eagles truly are the championship contenders they were pegged to be at the onset of this season, now's the time to show it. While Philadelphia should be playing with passion and purpose due to its dire situation, knocking off one of the NFL's more consistent teams on the road with a quarterback who has barely played all year and won't have his top wide receiver available seems to be a tall order. The Eagles' recent success in this series and Reid's track record as a coach says it's not out of the question, but Philadelphia's poor results over the last 2 weeks suggest otherwise. Giants 28, Eagles 20. And finally, concluding Week 11 of the 2011 through 2012 NFL regular season schedule, it's Monday Night Football between Kansas City at New England. The Chiefs just do not match up very well against the Patriots across the board. I see Kansas City's defense struggling against Tom Brady and the Patriots' passing game, while quarterback Tyler Palko will have his own struggles as well in this game. Well done. Enough has been said. Patriots 51, Chiefs 19. And that concludes my 2011 through 2012 NFL regular season schedule, Week 11 picks. Hope you enjoy this week. Stay tuned for Thanksgiving.